results exist. Then motivation drops. Notice this. The ego loves being seen trying almost as much as actually succeeding. Look at this. Someone says they are starting a business and tells everyone. Someone says they are changing their body and posts daily declarations. Someone says they are healing and turns growth into theater. Then, when the hard, lonely middle arrives, they disappear. Move quietly. Work in private. Build skills silently. Improve without needing witnesses. Let the results speak later. There is power in secrecy. Seeds grow underground first. Rebirth often happens unseen. The world respects visible success, but visible success is usually built through invisible seasons. If betrayal taught you anything, let it teach this. Not everyone deserves access to your next chapter. Focus becomes easier when your energy is aimed at progress, not presentation. The person who talks less often moves faster. The person who seeks less approval often builds more freedom. Silence protects momentum. Number 7, build an identity that focuses naturally. The deepest level of change is identity. If you keep saying, "I am distracted," "I never finish anything," "I have no discipline," your mind obeys that script. Change the language. Say, "I am becoming someone who finishes what I start. I am training my attention. I protect what matters. I do hard things calmly." This is not fake positivity. It is a psychological direction. Think about it. A person who identifies as healthy chooses differently from someone trying random diets. A person who identifies as strong responds differently to rejection. A person who identifies as disciplined handles temptation differently. Identity shapes behavior faster than goals do. You have already survived pain. You have overcome things that once looked impossible. You have endured loneliness, confusion, setbacks, disappointment, maybe betrayal. That means you are not fragile. You are evidence of resilience. So build from that truth. Fresh you, stronger you, clearer you. Every focused action becomes proof of who you are becoming. Every distraction you resist becomes identity reinforcement. Every quiet promise kept to yourself rebuilds self-respect. And once self-respect returns, momentum follows. The world will continue to compete for your mind. Notifications will keep buzzing, trends will keep shifting, people will keep wasting years in noise. But you do not have to join them. You can become the person who thinks clearly while others panic, the person who works steadily while others are busy, the person who creates while others consume, the person who rebuilds while others complain. Remember this final truth. Your future is shaped less by your intelligence and more by what you consistently give your attention to. Guard it like treasure. Train it like a weapon. Use it like a gift. And walk forward as someone no longer available for distraction. Have you ever noticed that the people who do the most from you are often the ones who respect you the least? Before we begin, here are the 7 tips we will use today to help you reclaim your peace, protect your energy, and become someone people can no longer casually drain. Number 1, understand that guilt is not always truth. Number 2, learn to say no without explaining everything. Number 3, stop rewarding disrespect with access. Number 4, protect your time like wealth. Number 5, use calm consistency instead of emotional drama. Number 6, accept that some people only loved your lack of boundaries. Number 7, build an identity that does not need approval. If you truly understand these principles, your relationships, your confidence, and your future will begin to change immediately. Many people think boundaries are aggression. They think boundaries are selfishness. They think boundaries mean conflict. But the truth is simpler than that. Boundaries are clarity. Boundaries are self-respect. Boundaries are the line between a life you control and a life controlled by everyone else. You already know what it feels like to be too available, to answer messages while tired, to help people who disappear when you need them, to keep saying yes while your mind quietly says no. You know the exhaustion of being kind without being protected, but now you are different. You have suffered enough confusion. You have learned enough through pain. You are no longer here to be liked at the cost of your peace. Let us begin. Number 1. Understand that guilt is not always truth. One of the greatest traps in modern life is believing every emotion must be obeyed. If you feel guilty, you assume you are wrong. If you feel uncomfortable, you assume you must fix something. But emotions are signals, not commands. Stoic wisdom teaches that feelings can arise without being facts. You may feel guilty simply because you changed an old pattern. You may feel guilty because someone benefited from your weakness and now they are losing access. Look at this. When you start going to the gym after years of neglect, your body feels discomfort. That discomfort does not mean the workout is wrong. It means growth is happening. The same is true with boundaries. Think about it. If you have always been the one who says yes, then saying no will feel strange at first. That guilt is often just unfamiliarity wearing a mask. Machiavelli understood that people resist changes that reduce their advantage. The moment you stop overgiving, some people will act offended, not because you harmed them, but because you interrupted their convenience. So, when guilt appears, ask yourself one question. Did I do something wrong? Or did I simply disappoint someone who expected too much? That question alone can free you. Number 2, learn to say no without explaining everything. Weak boundaries often come with long speeches. Strong boundaries come with short sentences. You do not need to write an essay every time you decline something. You do not need to become a lawyer defending your own time. Excessive explaining usually comes from fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of being seen as difficult. Here is the truth. People who respect you do not need endless explanations. People who manipulate you will use every explanation as an opening. Notice this. You say, "I can't come because I'm tired." They reply, "You can rest later." You say, "I need to focus on work." They reply, "It will only take 1 hour." Every reason becomes a door they try to push open. Instead, practice calm language. "No, I'm not available. That doesn't work for me. I won't be able to do that. I've decided differently." Simple, clean, final. Stoicism teaches economy of words. Speak what is necessary. Machiavellian strategy teaches that too much information gives away leverage. Say less, mean more. The more comfortable you become with simple refusal, the more powerful your presence becomes. Number 3, stop rewarding disrespect with access. Many people complain about being mistreated while continuing to give unlimited access to those mistreating them. Attention is currency. Time is currency. Emotional energy is currency. If someone repeatedly disrespects you and still receives your presence, they learn a dangerous lesson. They can mistreat you without consequence. Consider this. Someone constantly cancels plans with you but expects instant replies when they need help. Someone insults you jokingly, then asks favors. Someone betrays trust, then wants normal treatment the next day. What happens when you keep allowing it? You train them. Boundaries are not speeches. Boundaries are consequences. If someone lies often, trust changes. If someone drains you often, access changes. If someone disrespects you often, closeness changes. You do not need revenge. You need adjustment. Machiavelli understood that people often learn more from changed incentives than emotional appeals. Stoicism adds another layer. Do not rage, simply act according to reason. You do not need to announce punishment, just become less available. That silent shift is powerful. Number 4, protect your time like wealth. Many people guard money better than time, even though time is more valuable. Money can return. Time does not. Look around. People waste hours in gossip, pointless arguments, doom scrolling, fake networking, and obligations they never wanted. Then they say, life moves too fast. Your boundaries around time shape your destiny. If you cannot protect 2 focused hours, how will you build the business? If you cannot protect your evenings, how will you recover mentally? If you cannot protect weekends sometimes, how will you think clearly? Think about it. The modern world profits from your distraction. Social media wants your attention. Some workplaces want unpaid emotional labor. Some people want your constant availability because it comforts them. But your future requires something different. It requires intentional use of time. Start saying, I'm unavailable during those hours. I'm focusing on priorities this week. I don't take calls unexpectedly. I need advance notice. This is not arrogance. This is architecture. Stoics valued the wise use of life because wasted time is wasted existence. Protecting time is protecting identity. You are becoming someone with direction. Direction requires boundaries. Number 5, use calm consistency instead of emotional drama. Many people try to set boundaries only when they are already angry. That is why it turns into conflict. They stay silent for months, then explode, then feel guilty, then retreat. Then the cycle repeats. Real power is calm consistency. Instead of shouting after the 10th offense, speak after the first pattern. Instead of emotional speeches, use measured repetition. For example, I'm not available for last-minute demands. I don't continue conversations when I'm being insulted. If plans keep changing, I'll step back. Then follow through quietly. Notice this. Emotional people can be ignored. Consistent people become respected. Machiavellian strategy values predictability in action. People learn quickly when your standards are steady. Stoicism teaches mastery over reaction. Do not let others pull you into chaos. You see it today. In workplaces, the person who calmly maintains standards is often valued more than the person who constantly reacts. In relationships, the person who knows their limits attracts more respect than the person who begs to be treated well. Drama entertains people. Consistency trains them. Choose consistency. Number 6, accept that some people only loved your lack of boundaries. This truth can hurt, but it can also liberate you. Not everyone loved you. Some loved your usefulness. Some loved your availability. Some loved your silence. Some loved how easy you were to control. The moment you change, they call you selfish, cold, different, Difficult? Yes. Different. Because the old version of you was easier to use. Look at this. When you stop lending money carelessly, certain people disappear. When you stop answering every late-night crisis, some friendships fade. When you stop tolerating disrespect in dating, many options vanish. Good. Loss is not always failure. Sometimes it is filtration. Stoicism teaches detachment from what was never stable. Machiavelli teaches discernment. Understand motives, not just words. Do not be shocked when boundaries reveal people. Here is the truth. Boundaries do not destroy healthy relationships. They expose unhealthy ones. And that exposure is a gift, because now you can stop investing in illusions. Number 7, build an identity that does not need approval. At the deepest level, boundary problems are often identity problems. If you need everyone to like you, boundaries feel dangerous. If you need to be seen as nice, boundaries feel rude. If you fear being alone, boundaries feel risky. So the real work is internal. Become someone whose self-worth is not rented from public opinion. You have already survived rejection. You have already survived loneliness. You have already survived betrayal. Why are you still afraid of disappointing people who do not carry your future? Think about it. Many powerful changes begin with temporary misunderstanding. The person building a business disappoints people who wanted their free time. The person healing emotionally disappoints people who preferred their weakness. The person leveling up disappoints those attached to the old version. That is normal. Create a stronger identity. I am respectful, but not available to abuse. I am kind, but not easy to exploit. I am generous, but not careless. I am loving, but not boundaryless. I am calm, but not weak. This is transformation. You are not becoming cruel. You are becoming clear. You are not becoming distant. You are becoming selective. You are not becoming heartless. You are becoming structured. And structure creates freedom. Final message. The next chapter of your life will not be built by pleasing everyone. It will be built by protecting what matters: your peace, your time, your standards, your mind. Some people will misunderstand you. Let them. Some doors will close. Let them. Some versions of you must die so a stronger one can walk forward. You have already endured the chaos of living without boundaries. Now experience the strength of living with them. Move calmly, speak clearly, decide firmly, protect quietly. And from this day forward, let guilt belong to those who demanded too much, not to you. Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop needing people, stop chasing approval, and stop depending on their attention, they suddenly start treating you like you matter? Before we begin, here are the 7 powerful shifts that will help you master emotional detachment, protect your mind, and move through life with strength instead of desperation. Number 1, stop reacting to everything. Number 2, detach from validation. Number 3, read behavior, ignore performance. Number 4, make boundaries final. Number 5, turn pain into power. Number 6, build a life no one can control. Number 7, care without surrendering yourself. Understand these principles deeply, and your peace, confidence, leverage, and future can change faster than most people imagine. Most people are emotionally trapped and do not know it. Their mood depends on messages, attention, praise, approval, likes, relationships, and how others behave. They wake up controlled by outside forces, then wonder why they feel weak, anxious, angry, or lost. They call it stress. Often, it is dependence. Modern life rewards emotional chaos. People are baited into outrage, comparison, insecurity, jealousy, and endless reaction. Many are alive physically, but mentally owned by other people's opinions. They hand strangers power every day. You do not have to live like that. You can become centered, sharp, respected, and free. You can feel deeply without being manipulated. You can love without losing yourself. You can care without collapsing. You can become the kind of person who cannot be easily shaken. Let us begin. Number 1, stop reacting to everything. If someone can control your reactions, they can control your life. That is the truth many people sense, but far too few have the courage to fully face. Somebody ignores your message and your peace disappears. Somebody criticizes you and your whole day changes. Somebody acts cold and now you are anxious. Somebody provokes you and you explode. This is not emotional freedom. This is emotional slavery. Detachment begins when you stop reacting on command. Look at this. A rude co-worker throws passive-aggressive comments. Most people become defensive instantly. They argue, explain, or obsess. The disciplined person observes calmly. They do not donate energy to nonsense. They respond only if useful. That calmness is power. Silence is often stronger than emotional noise. Not every insult deserves your anger. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every disrespect deserves immediate engagement. Sometimes people provoke you because reaction is the reward. They want proof they matter enough to move you. Do not give cheap people expensive emotions. Pause before replying. Pause before arguing. Pause before explaining yourself. Pause before defending your character to people committed to misunderstanding you. A person who masters the pause becomes difficult to manipulate. You do not need to win every exchange. You need to win your own mind. Number 2, detach from validation. Many people are starving for approval and calling it love. They shapeshift to be liked. They overgive to be accepted. They stay silent to avoid rejection. They perform with confidence while secretly begging for applause. This weakness is expensive. When your self-worth depends on external validation, anyone can control you. Praise becomes bait. Rejection becomes a weapon. Attention becomes currency. Think about it. Why do some people tolerate disrespect? Because they fear losing approval. Why do some stay in dead relationships? Because they fear being unwanted. Why do some betray themselves publicly? Because they fear disapproval more than regret. You must break this pattern. Your value does not rise because someone notices you. It does not fall because someone ignores you. Look around. Social media built entire economies around insecure people seeking validation from strangers. People compare bodies, lifestyles, success, relationships, and status all day, then wonder why they feel empty. Attention is not love. Visibility is not worth it. Popularity is not peace. Build internal approval. Keep promises to yourself. Train your body. Learn skills. Improve discipline. Speak truth. Heal old wounds. Honor your word. These actions create confidence that no compliment can give and no insult can take. Once you stop needing validation, your presence changes. You become calmer, stronger, harder to deceive, harder to control, and strangely, people respect you more. Number 3, read behavior, ignore performance. Many people know how to perform sincerity. They say the right words, they promise loyalty, they talk about dreams, healing, honesty, partnership, and respect. They know the script, but performance is cheap. Patterns are real. Here is the truth: if words and actions conflict, actions are telling the truth. Someone says they care, yet disappears when responsibility appears. Someone says they love you, yet repeatedly dishonors boundaries. Someone says they support you, yet envies your growth. Someone says they changed, yet repeats the same cycle. Believe patterns. Why do people lie? Sometimes to gain access. Sometimes to avoid consequences. Sometimes to keep benefits without commitment. Sometimes because the truth would cost them comfort. Naive people listen to promises. Wise people study consistency. In business, do not trust charm without reliability. In dating, do not trust chemistry without character. In friendship, do not trust history without reciprocity. In leadership, do not trust confidence without integrity. Notice this: insecure people often overtalk. Mature people often demonstrate quietly. Stop being hypnotized by language. The world is full of polished masks. Train yourself to read what repeats. That one skill can save years of pain. Number 4, make boundaries final. Weak boundaries invite strong disrespect. Many people complain about being drained, used, ignored, dismissed, manipulated, and overburdened, yet never enforce consequences. They say no, then fold. They express discomfort, then tolerate repetition. They ask for respect, then reward disrespect with continued access. This teaches others how to treat them. A boundary without enforcement is a suggestion. Detachment means understanding that access to you is earned, not guaranteed. Consider this: someone repeatedly wastes your time. Reduce access. Someone lies repeatedly. Step back. Someone uses guilt as a weapon. Refuse the script. Someone only contacts you when they need something. Reclassify the relationship. You do not need long speeches. You do not need dramatic exits. You do not need permission to protect yourself. Quiet distance is often enough. Many people feel guilty when they choose themselves. That guilt often comes from conditioning. You were trained to over-accommodate, over-explain, over-give, and overstay. Break that training. You are not required to remain available to those who harm your peace. The strongest boundary is consistency. Once people realize manipulation no longer works, some will call you selfish. Let them. Many only liked the version of you they could use. Number 5, turn pain into power. Pain can destroy you or educate you. Most people waste pain. They repeat the same mistakes, trust the same red flags, chase the same unavailable people, sabotage the same opportunities, and complain about the same outcomes. Pain came to teach them, but they chose denial. Do not do that. If betrayal hurts you, learn discernment. If rejection hurts you, build self-worth. If failure hurts you, build skill. If loneliness hurts you, build identity. If chaos hurts you, build peace. If weakness hurts you, build discipline. This is how pain becomes power. Look at this. Some people are crushed by heartbreak for years. Others use heartbreak to transform their body, career, standards, and mindset. Same event, different response. The world respects resilience because resilience proves depth. You survived things that would have broken a softer version of you. That matters. But survival alone is not enough. Use what happened. Turn embarrassment into humility. Turn regret into wisdom. Turn setbacks into strategy. Turn suffering into standards. Never romanticize pain, but never waste it. Your scars can become intelligence, and intelligence is a strength. Number 6. Build a life no one can control. The more empty your life is, the easier you are to control. If one person is your only joy, they own too much power. If one job is your only identity, you own too much power. If one platform is your only confidence, they own too much power. If one outcome decides your worth, you are vulnerable. Detachment grows when your life becomes full, structured, and self-directed. Build multiple sources of meaning. Build health so stress does not break you. Build skills so opportunity can find you. Build savings so fear cannot bully you. Build routines so your mood does not rule you. Build purpose so distractions lose appeal. Build friendships so loneliness does not trap you. Build solitude so silence becomes strength. Think about it. The person with no mission obsesses over text messages. The person building a future notices the message, replies when appropriate, and keeps moving. This is not arrogance. It is a priority. Many suffer because they have made people the center of a life that lacks a foundation. Create substance, wake early, learn, train, produce, improve, heal, execute. Discipline creates freedom because it reduces dependence on unstable emotions. When your life is rich in purpose, manipulation loses leverage. You become less desperate, less distractible, less available to nonsense, and far more dangerous to mediocrity. Number 7, care without surrendering yourself. This is the highest level. Anyone can become cold. Anyone can shut down. Anyone can pretend not to care. That is often fear disguised as strength. Real strength is different. Real strength allows warmth without weakness. You can love people and still leave when respect disappears. You can help people and still refuse rescue missions that destroy you. You can forgive people and still deny re-entry to harmful patterns. You can feel sadness and still function with dignity. You can care deeply and still keep standards. That is mastery. Many people swing between extremes. They are either clingy or numb, submissive or hostile, addicted or detached in a dead way. Balance is rarer. The mature person has an open heart and locked gates. They do not hate people. They simply see clearly. They know insecurity creates arrogance. They know loneliness makes people settle. They know attention changes behavior. They know some people test boundaries to measure weakness. They know respect often follows self-respect. Because they know this, they move wisely. They do not beg. They do not chase confusion. They do not over-explain the truth. They do not stay where they shrink. They do not abandon themselves to keep company. They care, but from strength. That energy is unforgettable. Emotional detachment is not the death of feeling. It is the death of unnecessary suffering. It is the moment you stop handing strangers the keys to your nervous system. It is the moment you stop confusing chaos with love, attention with worth, and tolerance with virtue. It is the moment you realize peace must be protected like treasure. You survived disappointment. You survived rejection. You survived seasons where nobody understood your vision. You survived betrayal, confusion, and loneliness. Now become stronger because of it. Walk forward sharply. Walk forward calmer. Walk forward harder to manipulate. Walk forward more softly, only where it is deserved. Walk forward disciplined, clear, and self-respecting. Let weak minds chase noise. You build substance. Let desperate people beg for crumbs. You build abundance. Let unstable people react to everything. You master yourself. A new version of you is available now, the one who feels deeply, thinks clearly, moves strategically, and cannot be easily shaken. Have you ever left a room feeling like your battery just dropped to 1%? Nothing bad happened. No one argued with you. You didn't even do anything hard. You just sat there, talked a little, maybe smiled, and yet, when you got home, you felt completely drained, like you had been running all day. Most people call this social anxiety. But that's not the full story. Something deeper is happening. Your brain is quietly working in the background, using up your energy. Even when everything looks calm on the outside, inside your mind there is a kind of silent bodyguard. It never sleeps. Its job is to protect you. Long ago, it protected humans from real danger, like wild animals. Today, the danger is different. It's a look from someone, a pause in a conversation, a feeling that maybe you said something wrong. So when you are around people, your brain starts scanning everything. It reads faces, tone, body language, and small changes in the room. For many people, this happens automatically and lightly, but for you, it might be on high alert. You are not just talking, you are also thinking. You are asking yourself, do I look okay? Did that sound weird? Are they bored? Do they like me? At the same time, you are trying to keep the conversation going. This is a lot for your brain to handle. It's like trying to drive a car while also thinking about how the engine works, how heavy the car is, and what every other driver thinks about you. Of course, you feel tired. That is too much at once. There is another layer to this. Your brain also picks up emotions from other people. If the room feels tense, fake, or uncomfortable, your mind absorbs it. You start carrying feelings that are not even yours. So now you are not only managing your own thoughts, but also the energy of everyone around you. That is why you feel drained. Not because people did something wrong, but because your mind was doing too much. Now, here is the important part. You don't fix this by trying harder to be confident. You don't fix it by forcing yourself to act better. The real solution is much simpler. You need to move your focus. Right now, your attention is on yourself. You are watching yourself speak, move, and react. This is what drains your energy. So next time you are around people, gently shift your attention outward. Listen to what they are saying. Be curious about them. Notice their words, not your thoughts. Instead of asking, do they like me? Ask, do I enjoy this conversation? This small change gives your mind a break. Your inner bodyguard does not have to work so hard. Also, give yourself space after being around people. Don't jump straight into another task. Take a few minutes in silence. Let your mind slow down. Let the noise settle. And learn to respect your energy. Not every situation is worth your time. If your energy is low, it is okay to step back. You don't have to say yes to everything. The truth is, there is nothing wrong with you. You are simply more aware. Your brain notices more, feels more, and processes more. That can be powerful, but only if you learn how to manage it. So the next time you feel drained after being around people, don't blame yourself. Just understand what happened. Your mind was trying to protect you, but it worked too hard. Now, you can choose differently. You can take your attention back. And when you do that, you take your energy back too.
The world will test you with noise, stress, and endless distractions. Most people break under the weight of it all, but the Stoics discovered how to become unshaken. The secret is found in habits, small daily practices that rewire your thinking and forge inner strength. These aren't abstract ideas or motivational slogans. They are disciplines that can transform your mind into a fortress. Today we'll explore 10 Stoic habits that will make you mentally untouchable. Let's dive in. The first Stoic habit is morning preparation. The way you start your day determines whether the world controls you or you control the world. Think about your mornings. Most people wake up, check their phone, and instantly get pulled into other people's chaos. A rude email, a critical text, news headlines that spark fear. And just like that, the day is already stolen. Marcus Aurelius knew this trap. That's why he started every morning with mental preparation. He wrote, "Today you will meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." This wasn't negativity, it was armor. By expecting the challenges ahead, nothing surprised him. Modern psychology calls this stress inoculation. Studies show that when we anticipate difficulties, we react with more calm and less shock. So start your day like Marcus. Expect the friction. Remind yourself that setbacks, rude people, and problems are not exceptions. They are the rule. A day defended in the morning is rarely defeated by night. The second habit is voluntary discomfort. The Stoics knew that comfort weakens the mind, while chosen hardship forges resilience. Why do most people crumble when life gets tough? Because they've trained only for comfort. But comfort is a lie. It makes you fragile. Epictetus said, "Curb your desire. Don't set your heart on so many things, and you will get what you need." The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort, fasting, sleeping on hard surfaces, walking barefoot, even imagining worst-case scenarios, not to suffer but to toughen their minds. Today's science agrees. Researchers on resilience find that people who practice controlled discomfort, like cold showers, fasting, or hard workouts, develop higher stress tolerance. They train their nervous system to adapt instead of collapse. If you want to be untouchable, don't avoid discomfort. Seek it in small doses daily. Because the mind that has faced cold, hunger, and discipline is a mind that won't break when life hits harder. The third habit cuts straight to the root of Stoic strength. Control what you can and release what you can't. How much of your life is wasted worrying about things you can't control? The weather, other people's opinions, the past, the future. This mental slavery drains your power. Epictetus gave the solution. Some things are in our control and others not. His entire philosophy rests on this distinction. Control your mind, choices, and actions. Release the rest. Modern cognitive therapy, one of the most effective treatments for anxiety, is built on this same principle. Patients are taught to separate controllable factors from uncontrollable ones and channel energy only into what they can influence. When you stop wasting your life on what's beyond your reach, you reclaim your power. The untouchable mind is the one that stays rooted in its circle of control. That brings us to the fourth habit, daily reflection. To the Stoics, each day unexamined was a day wasted. Most people never examine their day. They just repeat mistakes on autopilot. But the Stoics believed reflection was non-negotiable. Seneca wrote, "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said." He asked himself, what did I do well? Where did I fall short? How can I improve tomorrow? This habit is like a daily reset. Modern research shows that self-reflection strengthens learning and decision-making. It creates feedback loops that accelerate growth. So before bed, take 5 minutes. Review your choices. Praise yourself where you improved. Correct yourself where you slipped. Untouchable minds aren't built in one day. They're built by reviewing every day. The fifth habit is one most people overlook, practicing silence. In a world drowning in noise, silence becomes a weapon of clarity. Noise is everywhere, notifications, chatter, endless opinions, and most minds drown in it. The Stoics valued silence as a discipline. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, taught that silence is a lesson in itself. Musonius Rufus went further, saying that we should practice holding back unnecessary words to strengthen self-control. Modern neuroscience confirms that silence restores the brain. Periods of quiet allow the mind to consolidate memory, reduce stress, and increase creativity, so reclaim silence. Don't just consume noise, step into quiet. Put your phone down. Walk without headphones. Train your mind to be still and you'll discover that silence is not emptiness, it's strength. The sixth habit is negative visualization. By picturing loss before it comes, the Stoics trained their hearts to face anything with calm. We all take life for granted until it's ripped away. The Stoics trained against this by imagining loss of possessions, health, even loved ones. Not to be morbid, but to deepen gratitude and prepare their hearts. Seneca wrote, "He robs present ills of their power, who has perceived their coming beforehand." Psychologists call this defensive pessimism. Studies show that imagining potential losses actually reduces anxiety and strengthens resilience when those events occur. Untouchable people don't deny life's fragility. They face it. And by doing so, they learn to love deeper, live lighter, and hold gratitude for every moment. Next comes the seventh habit, practicing gratitude. Gratitude was not just a feeling for the Stoics, it was mental armor. Most people chase what they don't have instead of appreciating what they already do, but the Stoics tied gratitude directly to strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive." To the Stoics, gratitude wasn't cliché, it was a discipline. Modern studies show that gratitude literally rewires the brain, increasing dopamine and serotonin while lowering stress hormones. People who practice daily gratitude are more resilient, happier, and mentally stable. So train yourself to notice small blessings, a meal, a conversation, a moment of peace. Gratitude turns what you have into enough, and enough into abundance. The eighth habit is self-denial of harmful pleasures. To the Stoics, mastery over desire meant freedom from chains. They knew that indulgence weakens the soul. Epictetus warned against chasing constant pleasure, saying, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." The Stoics practiced self-denial, not rejecting joy, but rejecting enslavement, to drink without being addicted, to eat without being gluttonous, to use wealth without being owned by it. Modern psychology agrees. The ability to delay gratification predicts success better than IQ. The famous marshmallow test proved that children who could resist immediate pleasure ended up more disciplined and successful in adulthood. If you want to be untouchable, master your desires. Pleasure should be a choice, not a chain. The ninth habit is journaling for clarity. Writing was the Stoics' way of sharpening their thoughts and strengthening their minds. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations is essentially his private journal, notes to himself on how to live better. Why? Because writing forces clarity. Thoughts that feel overwhelming in your head shrink once written on paper. Journaling is mental armor. Modern therapists recommend journaling as one of the most powerful tools for reducing stress, anxiety, and emotional burnout. Writing helps regulate emotions and improves problem solving. So make journaling a daily ritual, not for poetry or perfection, but for truth. Pour your mind onto paper and you'll discover patterns, lessons, and strength you didn't know you had. And finally, the 10th habit, memento mori, remembering death. By facing mortality, the Stoics learned how to truly live. Most people avoid thinking about death. The Stoics faced it daily, not to be grim, but to live more fully. Epictetus said, "Keep death and exile before your eyes each day, along with everything that seems terrible. By doing so, you'll never have a base thought, nor will you have excessive desire." Memento mori, remember you must die, reminds us that time is not infinite. Every wasted day is a day stolen from your life. Modern psychology supports this. People who reflect on mortality tend to make better decisions, value relationships more, and pursue goals with urgency. To be untouchable is not to deny death, but to let its reality sharpen your life. Live as if each day matters, because it does. So these are the 10 Stoic habits that can make you mentally untouchable. They aren't quick fixes or clever tricks. They're daily disciplines that reshape who you are. The world will always test you, but if you build these habits, you won't just survive, you'll stand unshaken. Remember, untouchable strength isn't built overnight, it's built daily. So build it. And if you'd like more Stoic wisdom and tools for resilience, remember to like this video and subscribe for more.
Most people wake up the same way every day, but they don't see it as a pattern. You open your eyes, and before you even understand you're awake, your hand is moving. Phone, screen, light, noise. It doesn't feel like a choice, it feels like a mechanical part of waking up. And that is exactly where the day quietly starts shaping you. It doesn't start when you brush your teeth or leave the house. It starts in that first moment your mind connects to something outside of yourself. In that moment, your brain switches direction. It stops resting and starts reacting. The soft mind. Your brain in the morning is not fully set. It's still soft, adjusting its rhythm for the hours ahead. Think of it like water that hasn't settled yet. Whatever you drop into it first spreads everywhere. When the first thing you drop in is noise, urgency, or scrolling, your mind follows that energy. Even if the content is harmless, your system starts learning speed instead of calm. It prioritizes input over presence and reaction over awareness. You don't notice it because it feels normal, the modern autopilot. But you are essentially training your nervous system to exist in a state of high-frequency response before you've even stood up. The afternoon echo. This shows up in small, frustrating ways. You sit down to focus, but your mind jumps. You try to rest, but your thoughts keep moving. You feel slightly behind even when nothing is wrong. You get irritated faster than you expect. Most of us label this stress, but that feeling doesn't start in the afternoon. It starts in the first 5 minutes of your morning. There's a window after you wake where nothing has fully taken control yet. Your nervous system is still deciding what state to settle into. You have more influence here than you think, but most people fill that space immediately. The system locks into a fast mode before it has had time to settle into a stable one. The weight of reaction. From there, the whole day carries a subtle weight. It's a mind that doesn't fully settle and an attention span that won't stay put. You still function, but internally, there's a feeling of being pulled in too many directions at once. We assume that's just how we are. We label ourselves as anxious or unfocused, but it's not a fixed trait. It's a learned pattern. When your nervous system starts in calm, your thoughts naturally slow down. When it starts in a rush, your thoughts copy that rush. The quality of your thinking at 2 p.m. is a reflection of how your system started at 7 a.m. It's not about discipline, it's about how the gears were set in motion. The pattern, not the person. Most people try to fix their lack of focus in the middle of the chaos, but the system was already moving hours earlier. You don't need to change your entire life to shift this. You don't need a perfect hour-long morning routine. You just need to not rush that first moment. You need to protect that space where nothing is demanding your attention. Even 5 minutes without a phone is enough for your system to start differently. The shift to sovereignty. At first, it will feel unusual. Your mind will look for stimulation. That isn't a failure, it's just stimulation withdrawal, because your brain is used to starting fast. But if you stay with that quiet moment, if you give yourself 5 minutes of being awake before becoming a consumer, something shifts. Your thoughts don't run as quickly. Your body feels more steady. This doesn't happen because you forced it. It happens because you didn't interrupt the natural settling process of your brain. Recovering the day over time. This changes the background noise of your life. You'll find yourself feeling less rushed and having more moments of awareness. The real shift is not about controlling every hour of your day. That's impossible. It's about how you start. Once that starting point changes, everything that follows doesn't need as much effort to stay balanced. It flows from a different place, a place of clarity rather than reaction. This is the first step toward safety. Before you can deal with the big stresses of life, you have to create a stable baseline within your own mind. And that safety starts the moment you open your eyes in the choice to wait just 5 minutes before letting the world in. Have you ever noticed how many people are silently controlled by strangers who barely think about them? Before we begin, here are the 7 powerful shifts that will help you break free from approval addiction and reclaim your inner authority. Number 1. See the illusion clearly. Number 2. Understand why opinions control you. Number 3. Build a private source of worth. Number 4. Stop performing and start living. Number 5. Use boundaries as self-respect. Number 6. Train calm under judgment. Number 7. Become mission-focused. If you truly understand these principles, your confidence, peace, leverage, influence, and future can change dramatically. Most people do not suffer because others judge them. They suffer because they hand over emotional authority to people who have not earned it. A stranger looks at you strangely. A co-worker gives a cold reply. Someone online disagrees. Suddenly, your nervous system reacts as if survival is at stake. Your mood drops. Your confidence shakes. Your mind starts negotiating with shadows. This is how power is lost in modern life, not through violence, but through invisible permission. The world trains people to seek approval early, be liked, fit in, keep everyone comfortable, avoid rejection. But many adults are still living by childhood rules inside grown bodies. They silence themselves, shrink their gifts, tolerate disrespect, and betray their instincts just to avoid being misunderstood. That is expensive. It costs opportunities, peace, identity, and years of life. Today, that pattern ends. Let us begin. Number 1, see the illusion clearly. Most people are thinking about themselves, not about you. That truth alone can free you. The mind imagines that everyone is analyzing your mistakes, your appearance, your choices, your voice, and your progress. In reality, most people are preoccupied with their own fears, bills, relationships, insecurities, ambitions, and distractions. They are the main character in their own mind, just like you have been in yours. Look around. The person judging your clothes may be worried about debt. The person mocking your ambition may feel stuck in their own life. The person gossiping about you may need a distraction from their emptiness. Many opinions are not wisdom, they are projections. Here is the truth. People often criticize what they secretly fear. They attack confidence because they lack it. They mock discipline because it exposes their inconsistency. They downplay your growth because it reminds them they are stagnant. When you understand this, judgment loses weight. You stop treating random reactions as objective truth. You stop confusing noise with guidance. A powerful question to ask yourself is this: does this opinion come from someone whose life, character, and values I respect? If the answer is no, why give it authority? You do not need to become arrogant. You need to become discerning. Number 2, understand why opinions control you. If you fear opinions deeply, it usually began long before today. Many people learned early that love felt conditional. Be good at all times, be useful, be quiet always, be impressive, be easy to manage, Approval became safety. Disapproval felt like danger. That pattern can continue into adulthood through bosses, partners, friends, and social media. Think about it. One negative comment online can disturb someone for hours. Why? Because the comment touched an old wound, not just a present moment. Modern platforms exploit this weakness. Likes, follows, views, reactions, status signals. These systems monetize insecurity. They train people to measure worth through external response. The result is emotional dependence disguised as connection. Here is the truth. If others decide your value, they can control your behavior. That is why some people use silence, withdrawal, mixed signals, sarcasm, exclusion, or praise strategically. They sense who is approval hungry. They sense who can be moved by acceptance. Desperate people are easy to steer. Healing begins when you recognize the mechanism. You are not weak for learning it. You become strong by unlearning it. Your nervous system may still react. That is normal. But now awareness enters the room. You can feel the trigger without obeying it. Number 3, build a private source of worth. The strongest confidence is quiet because it is internally built. If your self-worth depends on applause, it disappears when rooms go silent. If it depends on beauty, age can threaten it. If it depends on status, loss can destroy it. If it depends on relationships, rejection can break it. Private worth is different. It comes from the evidence you give yourself. You kept promises. You trained when you did not feel like it. You spoke truth when it was uncomfortable. You healed patterns no one applauded. You stayed steady under pressure. You became reliable in yourself. That kind of confidence cannot be gifted by others, and it cannot be stolen by them either. Consider this. A person with weak habits often needs strong validation. A person with strong habits needs less. Discipline creates freedom because it creates self-trust. When you trust yourself, strangers lose influence. Build daily proof. Wake when you said you would. Keep your word. Improve one skill. Move your body. Save money. Learn something useful. Regulate emotion before reacting. Small acts repeated consistently become identity. One day, you realize something profound. I respect myself. That changes every relationship. Number 4, stop performing and start living. Many people are exhausted because they are acting all day. They adjust their voice to seem impressive. They hide their interests to fit in. They laugh when they do not find something funny. They agree to avoid tension. They post to appear fulfilled. They date people they do not even like because loneliness scares them. Performance drains life force. You see it today. Fake confidence is loud, polished, and needy. Real confidence is relaxed. It does not over-explain. It does not chase every room. It does not panic when misunderstood. When you stop performing, some people may become uncomfortable. Why? Because they benefited from the edited version of you. Look at this. If someone only likes you when you suppress yourself, they do not like you. They like access to your mask. That realization can hurt, but it also liberates. Practice honest presence. Say what you mean calmly. Admit when you do not know. Decline what drains you. Enjoy what genuinely interests you, even if it is not trendy. Wear what feels like you. Speak with less apology. Not everyone will approve. Good. Universal approval often requires self-erasure. Number 5, use boundaries as self-respect. Some people test limits because limits reveal what they can use. They ask for favors without reciprocity. They disrespect time. They criticize casually. They contact only when needing something. They expect emotional labor. They guilt you when you say no. Weak boundaries attract repeated pressure. This does not mean everyone is malicious. Some people are simply undisciplined, entitled, unconscious, or accustomed to access, but the effect is the same. Your energy gets drained. Here is the truth. Every time you betray yourself to keep peace, you lose peace internally. Boundaries are not cruel, they are clear. You do not need long speeches. Often the strongest boundary is short and calm. No, that does not work for me. I'm not available for that. I won't continue this conversation if it becomes disrespectful. I need time to think. Notice this. Calm people often win because they do not leak energy through overreaction. They state reality and stand in it. At first, people used to your compliance may resist. They may call you selfish, distant, changed, or difficult. Sometimes boundaries reveal who valued you and who merely valued access to you. Let them reveal themselves. Self-respect is expensive to those who benefited from your lack of it. Number 6. Train calm under judgment. Freedom is not when nobody judges you. Freedom is when judgment no longer destabilizes you. People will talk. They talked about disciplined people. They talked about leaders. They talked about artists. They talked about anyone visible enough to matter. Silence from the crowd is not the price of growth. Criticism often is. Look at this. If you stay small to avoid judgment, you still get judged. If you grow boldly, you get judged too. Since judgment is coming either way, choose progress. Train your body first. When criticized, breathe slower. Relax your shoulders, unclench jaw, feel feet on the ground. A regulated body makes wiser decisions than a triggered one. Then train your mind. Ask, is this true? Is this useful? Is this envy? Is this pain speaking through them? Is there feedback I can use and nonsense I can discard? Not every negative opinion is an attack. Sometimes correction is valuable. Strong people can receive truth without collapsing. But not every critic deserves your emotion. A random insult online does not deserve a day of your life. A bitter coworker does not deserve access to your identity. A manipulative ex does not deserve re-entry into your nervous system. Silence can be power, so can a brief response, so can walking away. Emotional maturity is knowing the difference. Number 7, become mission-focused. The fastest way to care less about opinions is to care more about purpose. Idle minds obsess over perception. Directed minds build. When you have no mission, every comment feels large. Every rejection feels fatal. Every social signal feels important. But when you are building something meaningful, health, business, craft, family, healing, skill, legacy, noise shrinks. Think about it. The person learning, training, saving, creating, and improving has less time to monitor who approves. This is why discipline is medicine. It gives energy a direction. Choose a mission that demands your growth. Maybe it is rebuilding finances. Maybe it is getting healthy. Maybe it is healing trauma. Maybe it is mastering a trade. Maybe it is becoming emotionally stable, so future generations inherit peace instead of pain. Then structure your days around it. Wake with intention. Protect mornings from chaos. Limit pointless scrolling. Use attention like currency. Keep promises. Review progress weekly. Adjust quietly. Continue. Consistency builds status with the one person who matters most, your future self. Here is a line worth remembering. When your life has direction, distractions lose seduction. And another, the crowd can only control the person who keeps turning around to look at them. Walk forward. You do not need to become cold. You do not need to hate people. You do not need to prove superiority. This path is not about ego. It is about sovereignty. You can care about people without being controlled by them. You can receive love without begging for it. You can hear feedback without worshipping it. You can be kind without becoming vulnerable to misuse. You can be visible without performing. You can be powerful without being loud. Many people spend years trying to be chosen while abandoning themselves daily. Reverse that pattern. Choose yourself through discipline. Choose yourself through honesty. Choose yourself through boundaries. Choose yourself through courage. The moment you stop asking the world for permission, a different life begins. You walk differently. You speak differently. You decide faster. You recover quicker. You tolerate less nonsense. You attract healthier people. You trust your instincts again. And one day, almost quietly, you realize the prison door was never locked. It was built from fear, old conditioning, and borrowed opinions. Now you know better. Stand tall in your own mind, guard your peace like treasure, build habits that make you proud. Let shallow judgment pass like the weather. Move with calm power. Move with silent confidence. Move with strategic growth. Because the strongest version of you was never waiting for approval. It was waiting for your return. Have you ever noticed that the more desperately you try to force life to happen faster, the more delayed everything seems to become? Before we begin, here are the 7 powerful shifts that will help you stop fighting timing and start moving with strength, wisdom, and peace. Number 1, understand the cost of impatience. Number 2, control what is actually yours. Number 3, build quiet strength in waiting seasons. Number 4, read timing like a strategist. Number 5, heal the nervous system that rushes everything. Number 6, stay faithful while results are invisible. Number 7, become the person ready for arrival. If you truly understand these principles, your confidence will grow, your mind will calm, and your future will stop feeling like something you chase and start feeling like something you are prepared to receive. Most people are not suffering because life forgot them. They are suffering because they compare their timeline to people they do not know, pressure themselves with deadlines they never consciously chose, and mistake delay for denial. In a world addicted to speed, patience feels like punishment. But patience is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the hidden room where wisdom is built, character is tested, and unstable desires are refined into real purpose. You live in a time where everything screams now. Fast delivery, instant messaging, overnight success stories, viral fame, immediate validation. Yet the deepest things in life still move slowly. Trust, healing, mastery, love, wisdom, financial stability, self-respect, peace of mind. What matters most cannot be microwaved. If you learn this, you stop panicking when life takes time. You begin to grow roots instead of chasing applause. Let us begin. Number 1, understand the cost of impatience. Impatience looks harmless until you study its consequences. It causes rushed decisions, wrong relationships, wasted money, unstable careers, emotional burnout, and avoidable regret. Many people do not fail because they lack talent. They failed because they could not tolerate the process long enough. Look at this. Someone hates their current job, so they leap into another without research, preparation, or savings. 6 months later, they are more stressed than before. The problem was not movement. The problem was movement without wisdom. Think about relationships. Many people rush intimacy because they fear loneliness. They ignore warning signs, excuse poor treatment, and commit before their character is revealed. Then they call it heartbreak, when often it was impatience disguised as love. Stoic wisdom teaches that emotion should not rule action. Feeling urgency does not mean action is urgent. You must separate sensation from truth. Just because you feel behind does not mean you are behind. Here is the truth. Impatience often comes from insecurity. You rush because you believe your worth depends on getting there quickly. But your worth is not measured by speed. It is measured by substance. Slow growth with integrity is stronger than fast success with cracks underneath. When you understand the cost of impatience, waiting stops feeling empty. It starts feeling protective. Number 2, control what is actually yours. Much suffering comes from trying to control what never belonged to you. You cannot control timing completely. You cannot control other people's choices. You cannot control market shifts, betrayals, trends, or how quickly others recognize your value. But you can control preparation, mindset, discipline, response, and character. This is where peace begins. Consider this. Someone applies for opportunities and hears nothing back. Their minds spiral. They feel rejected, forgotten, cursed. But what was truly in their control? Skill building, consistency, networking, improving presentation, and emotional steadiness. Outcomes are influenced, not owned. When you obsess over what you cannot control, your energy leaks. When you focus on what is yours, your power returns. Machiavellian strategy teaches something useful here. Never waste resources on battles that offer no leverage. Anxiety over uncontrollable things is a battle with no leverage. Strategic people place energy where movement is possible. Divine wisdom adds another layer. Do your part faithfully. Then release what is beyond your hands. This is not passivity. It is intelligent trust. Notice this in modern life. Many people spend hours refreshing messages, checking views, watching competitors, stalking exes, and comparing salaries online. That is energy theft. Imagine if those hours went into learning, building, resting, healing, or planning. Master patience by mastering your lane. Tend your ground. Let others run theirs. Number 3. Build quiet strength in waiting seasons. There are seasons where nothing seems to move. No visible breakthrough, no clear sign, no applause. These seasons feel frustrating, but they often build the strongest version of you. You see it today. People celebrate visible wins, but ignore invisible construction. They praise confidence but do not respect the lonely months where confidence was built. They admire success but overlook years of discipline no one saw. Quiet seasons reveal who you are without external rewards. Can you stay disciplined when nobody notices? Can you stay kind when life feels unfair? Can you keep learning when progress feels slow? Can you keep faith when evidence is delayed? This is a strength. Look around. Some people collapse in silence because they only know how to function when praised. Others become dangerous in silence because they use hidden seasons to sharpen skills, deepen wisdom, and stabilize emotions. Modern psychology confirms this. Delayed gratification predicts long-term outcomes because it trains regulation, foresight, and resilience. Waiting well changes the brain. It strengthens your ability to tolerate discomfort without self-destruction. Do not insult your waiting season by calling it wasted. It may be the place where your future gains enough structure to hold what is coming. Number 4. Read timing like a strategist. Patience does not mean passively sitting still forever. It means understanding timing. There is a difference between delay and readiness. There is a difference between fear and wisdom. There is a difference between action and premature action. Machiavellian thinkers understood that timing can matter more than force. The wrong move at the wrong time creates resistance. The right move at the right time multiplies impact. Think about it. Launching a business without market research is not bravery, it is gambling. Confronting someone when emotions are explosive is not honesty, it is poor timing. Quitting with no plan because you are tired is not freedom, it may become another trap. Strategic patience asks 3 questions. Am I prepared? Is the environment favorable enough? Am I acting from wisdom or emotional reaction? Notice this in dating. Many people force commitment with someone inconsistent because they fear losing them. But wise timing would first involve observing patterns, consistency, values, and emotional maturity. Time reveals what charm hides. Stoic discipline teaches measured response. You do not have to react immediately to everything. Delay can be a strength. Silence can gather information. Observation can prevent damage. When you learn timing, patience becomes intelligent movement, not passive waiting. Number 5. Heal the nervous system that rushes everything. Some impatience is not personality, it is physiology. Many people rush because their nervous system is under stress. When your body is used to chaos, stillness feels unsafe. When you have experienced instability, uncertainty feels threatening. So you force answers, chase closure, overwork, cling to people, or panic when progress is slow. This is why some highly capable people sabotage themselves. They are not weak, they are dysregulated. Here is the truth. If your body believes waiting equals danger, patience will feel impossible until healing begins. Modern healing practices matter here. Sleep regulation, walking, breath work, reduced overstimulation, less doom scrolling, boundaries with draining people, honest journaling, therapy when needed, prayerful reflection, physical movement, safe relationships. Look at this. Someone checks their phone every 3 minutes for a response. It feels like they need information, but often they need nervous system soothing. Another person changes careers every year. It looks like ambition, but underneath may be an inability to tolerate uncertainty long enough to build roots. Divine wisdom often speaks of guarding the heart. In modern terms, that means protecting your inner state from constant agitation. Patience grows in a regulated body. Calm biology supports wise decisions. If you want peace, do not only train the mind, care for the system carrying the mind. Number 6. Stay faithful. While results are invisible, one of the hardest parts of life is doing the right things before results appear. Showing up when no one claps, saving money while still broke, healing while still hurting, practicing while still average, being loyal to values while shortcuts seem to win. This is where many people quit. Consider this. Someone posts content for 3 weeks, gets little response, and stops. Someone goes to the gym for 1 month, sees a minor change, and quits. Someone starts healing habits, has one hard week, and returns to old patterns. They mistake invisibility for ineffectiveness. Growth often happens underground first. Seeds do not look impressive before they break the soil. Muscles rebuild during rest. Trust builds through repeated consistency. Character forms in unseen decisions. Stoic philosophy teaches devotion to the process rather than attachment to applause. Your job is the work. Outcomes arrive on their own schedule. Divine wisdom teaches that faithful actions are never empty, even when unseen. Integrity compounds quietly. Notice this in careers. The person learning skills after work, while others numb themselves, may look ordinary today. In 3 years, they often become undeniable. Stay faithful in invisible seasons. Many rewards are already forming before they can be measured. Number 7. Become the person. Ready for arrival. Sometimes what you want is delayed because the current version of you cannot hold it sustainably. This is not rejection, it is reality. More money requires discipline, more love requires emotional maturity, more visibility requires a grounded identity, more responsibility requires stability, more influence requires wisdom. Look around. Many people receive blessings they were not built to manage, then lose them quickly. They wanted arrival without transformation. So ask a better question. Instead of when will it come, ask who must I become when it comes. This question changes everything. If you want healthy love, become emotionally honest, self-respecting, and discerning. If you want wealth, become disciplined, patient, informed, and strategic. If you want peace, become truthful, boundaried, and internally anchored. If you want purpose, become willing to serve, learn, and persevere. Machiavellian strategy reminds you to strengthen your position before expansion. Stoic wisdom reminds you to master yourself before chasing status. Divine wisdom reminds you that character can carry what ego cannot. You survived many things already. You became wiser through pain. You embraced solitude when necessary. You rebuilt yourself in silence. That means you are not empty-handed now. You are already becoming, and often becoming is the real gift. Life does not always move according to your preferred schedule, but it often moves according to your readiness. Some delays protected you, some silences matured you, some closed doors redirected you, some lonely seasons introduced you to yourself. So walk forward differently now. Do not beg time to hurry. Do not envy timelines you do not understand. Do not abandon your path because growth is quiet. Do not mistake slow progress for failure. Stand steady, build deeply, heal honestly, move wisely. Trust what is taking shape. Because when your identity is rooted, your mind is calm, your character is prepared, and your spirit is strong, life unfolding slowly is no longer frightening. It becomes beautiful. Have you ever noticed how your life starts to look exactly like whatever you're constantly surrounded by, even when you never consciously chose it? Here are 7 powerful shifts I'm going to dive into with you that will help you reprogram your environment so it stops shaping you by accident and starts shaping you by design. Number 1, see your environment as a silent programmer of your mind. Number 2, audit what is shaping you without asking for permission. Number 3, remove subtle forms of mental pollution in your daily life. Number 4, build invisible boundaries that protect your attention and energy. Number 5, redesign your surroundings to match the person you are becoming. Number 6, Stop absorbing people's chaos as if it is your responsibility. Number 7, turn your environment into a tool that works for you instead of against you. If you truly understand these principles, you don't just change habits, you change identity. Your confidence stabilizes, your mind clears, and your future stops feeling like something happening to you and starts feeling like something you are actively shaping. Because here's the uncomfortable truth most people avoid. You are not only influenced by your environment, you are trained by it. Slowly, repeatedly, quietly. Until one day, you wake up and realize your thoughts, reactions, even your standards didn't come from you. They came from what you allowed around you. And yet, the hopeful part is this: what shaped you can also be reshaped by you. Not through force, not through perfection, but through awareness, through precision, through deciding, almost like a strategist, what gets access to your mind. Let us begin. Number 1, see your environment as a silent programmer of your mind. You don't become who you are through isolated decisions. That is one of the biggest illusions people live under. Most people think identity is built through conscious choice. They imagine they became this version of themselves because they deliberately decided to. But look closer. Much of who you are is repetition made familiar. Look at this. What you see every day eventually stops feeling external and starts feeling normal. What you hear repeatedly becomes inner language. What surrounds you becomes internal architecture. If you wake up every day and the first thing you see is urgency, messages, noise, bad news, comparison, and stimulation, your mind is being trained before you even consciously enter your day. Before your own thoughts have a chance to form, the world is already speaking into you. And that matters, because the brain is adaptive. It is always asking one question: what is normal here? Not what is healthy, not what is wise, not what is aligned, what is normal. So if dysfunction is normal around you, your nervous system begins adapting to dysfunction. If distraction is normal, focus begins to feel unnatural. If emotional chaos is normal, peace begins to feel unfamiliar. Stoic philosophy understood this deeply. The Stoics warned against unguarded impressions, the unexamined things that enter the mind and quietly influence perception. Modern psychology says the same thing differently. Repeated exposure rewires expectation. This means your playlists matter, your conversations matter, your room matters, your digital environment matters, the emotional tone of your workplace matters, the people you laugh with matter. Even what plays softly in the background while you work matters, because your mind is always absorbing, always learning, always adapting. No one is immune. And once you understand this, you stop blaming yourself for every struggle and start asking a more intelligent question. What am I repeatedly being trained to become? That question changes your life. Number 2, audit what is shaping you without asking for permission. Most people audit their finances before they audit their minds. They know exactly where their money goes, but not where their attention goes, not where their emotional energy goes, not where their mental clarity leaks. Think about it. You may be losing more through unconscious exposure than through conscious mistakes. Look around. What are you surrounded by daily? What conversations do you repeatedly hear? What kind of humor dominates your environment? What emotional patterns are common around you? What media do you consume when tired, lonely, or emotionally vulnerable? Because here is the truth. What enters your mind during weak moments often shapes you the most. Not because you are weak, but because resistance is lower. Late night scrolling, mindless YouTube loops, negative commentary, fear-based content, people constantly talking about limitation, drama, and crisis. It all accumulates, and accumulation is powerful. A Machiavellian mindset, at its healthiest, teaches strategic evaluation, not paranoia. Precision, nothing repeatedly enters your life without being assessed, not because you are rigid, because you understand access is influence, and influence compounds. So begin asking, what repeatedly lowers my standards? What repeatedly weakens my attention? What repeatedly makes me feel mentally noisy? Who leaves me feeling heavier after interaction? Who normalizes behaviors I'm trying to outgrow? This is not judgment. It is architecture. You cannot protect what you refuse to evaluate. And many people are unknowingly building lives inside environments that contradict everything they claim to want. Number 3. Remove subtle forms of mental pollution in your daily life. Not all pollution is obvious. Some of it is psychological. And psychological pollution is dangerous precisely because it rarely looks dangerous. It looks harmless. It looks normal. It looks entertaining. Look at this. 10 minutes of chaotic content may seem insignificant, but repeated daily, it becomes atmosphere, and atmosphere shapes state. Your mind is deeply sensitive to repetition, not just meaning, repetition. What you repeatedly see begins occupying mental bandwidth even when you think you ignored it. That is why certain content leaves residue. Certain music changes your state. Certain conversations alter your nervous system. Certain environments subtly fragment your attention. You may think you are simply consuming, but often you are conditioning. Modern life is built on attention extraction. Everything is competing for cognitive real estate. Apps, ads, algorithms, outrage cycles, artificial urgency. You see it today, everywhere. The attention economy profits from a distracted identity because distracted people are easier to influence, harder to center, less intentional, less internally guided. Stoicism would call this failure to guard the gate, and the gate is you, not your phone, not your feed, you. So ask, what am I exposing myself to so often that it is becoming part of me? That one question can eliminate enormous internal noise, because mental clarity is not only built by what you add, it is often restored by what you remove. Number 4, build invisible boundaries that protect your attention and energy. Most people think boundaries are verbal, but the strongest boundaries are environmental, behavioral, invisible. You do not need to explain every boundary. Sometimes the highest form of self-respect is simply structure. Think about it. If your phone is always available, interruption becomes normal. If everyone has unlimited access to you, fragmentation becomes inevitable. If you constantly react, you slowly lose the ability to initiate. That is what modern life does to many people. It trains reactivity, notifications, messages, opinions, demands, emotional requests. Everyone wants access. Very few deserve it. And if you do not consciously filter access, your attention becomes public property. That is expensive. Ancient wisdom teaches mastery of self through mastery of attention. Modern psychology calls it nervous system regulation. Same principle. A regulated life requires controlled exposure, Not every message deserves urgency. Not every invitation deserves acceptance. Not every conversation deserves emotional participation. Not every conflict deserves your energy. Sometimes growth looks quiet, unresponsive, selective, unavailable. Not because you became cold, because you became structured. And structure protects peace. Number 5. Redesign your surroundings to match the person you are becoming. You cannot expect a new identity to thrive inside an old environment. That is like planting something healthy in toxic soil and being surprised when growth feels difficult. Look at this. Your environment is either reducing friction for your future self or increasing friction against it. There is no neutral design, and if distraction is easier than focus, distraction wins. If chaos is easier than order, chaos wins. If your environment rewards impulsivity, impulsivity becomes default. This is not about motivation. Motivation is unreliable. Design is powerful. Think about it. What do you see when you first wake up? What is physically easiest to access? What dominates your visual field? What cues your mind toward clarity or distraction? Because visual cues are behavioral triggers. Your room is not decoration, it is instruction. Your desk is not aesthetic, it is behavioral architecture. Your digital environment is not trivial, it is psychological territory. Modern psychology calls this cue-based behavior. Stoics understood the same principle through intentional living. External order supports internal order, so redesign intentionally, not for appearance, for identity reinforcement. Let your environment remind you who you are trying to become, not who you are trying to outgrow. Number 6. Stop absorbing people's chaos as if it is your responsibility. Many people are emotionally exhausted, not because their life is chaotic, but because they keep emotionally inheriting chaos from others. Look around. Someone is stressed. Now you are tense. Someone is dramatic. Now your mind feels noisy. Someone is emotionally unstable. Now your nervous system feels disturbed. This happens constantly. Modern psychology calls it emotional contagion. Humans are highly absorbent. You mirror what surrounds you, especially emotionally. This means other people's internal state can quietly become your atmosphere, unless you are aware. Machiavellian strategy teaches emotional distance without emotional blindness. Observe clearly, but do not internalize indiscriminately. You can care without carrying. You can listen without absorbing. You can love someone without making their instability your emotional climate. That distinction is maturity, because when you constantly absorb what is not yours, your own signal gets weaker, and eventually you lose access to yourself. Your peace is not selfish, it is maintenance, necessary maintenance. Number 7, turn your environment into a tool that works for you instead of against you. At some point, you stop being passively shaped and start becoming deliberate. This is where real transformation begins. Disciplined people are not simply stronger. Often they are better structured. Their environment reinforces their values. Their systems reduce unnecessary decisions. Their surroundings lower resistance to good behavior. Their lives support who they want to be. That is the difference. Not endless willpower. Alignment. Look at this. When your environment supports your future, progress feels less like force and more like momentum. You stop constantly negotiating with yourself. You stop feeling internally divided. You stop living in contradiction. And when internal contradiction decreases, energy returns, confidence returns, mental clarity returns. Because identity stabilizes when environment stabilizes. Ancient wisdom would call this alignment. Modern psychology would call it behavior design. Either way, the principle is timeless. Build a life where the right choices are easier to repeat. That is how identity becomes sustainable. The truth is simple, even if it takes time to accept. You are always being shaped by what you see, by what you hear, by what you repeat, by what you tolerate, by what you normalize. The only question is whether that shaping is conscious or accidental. You survived environments that taught you versions of yourself you may no longer want to keep. But survival is not the end of your story. Awareness is the turning point. Now you are no longer just adapting. You are designing. You are choosing what gets access, choosing what gets repeated, choosing what gets normalized. And that is where identity begins to shift. Not in one dramatic breakthrough, but in thousands of intentional exposures. You do not need to become someone else. You need to become more selective about what is allowed to shape you. Because eventually, your future starts looking like whatever you repeatedly surround yourself with. So choose carefully. Have you ever felt tired for so long that exhaustion started to feel like your personality? Before we begin, here are the 7 powerful shifts that will help you reclaim your energy, reset your mind, and feel alive again. Number 1, stop calling stress normal. Number 2, protect your energy like a valuable asset. Number 3, heal the hidden weight you carry. Number 4, train your body to feel safe again. Number 5, remove the leaks in your daily life. Number 6, build strength through rhythms, not motivation. Number 7, create a life that gives back to you. If you truly understand these principles, your confidence can return, your peace can deepen, and your future can begin to feel possible again. You are not weak because you feel drained. You are living in a time where people are overstimulated, under-rested, emotionally burdened, and expected to function like machines. Many people wake up tired, push through the day numb, scroll themselves to sleep, and call it adulthood. But there is a difference between being busy and being depleted. There is a difference between responsibility and self-abandonment. The truth is, your exhaustion may not be a flaw. It may be a signal, a wise signal. Your body may be asking for what your mind keeps postponing. Rest, boundaries, meaning, recovery, simplicity, truth. You do not need to shame yourself into energy. You need to understand what is draining you and rebuild from there. The moment you stop attacking yourself, healing can begin. Let us step into the 7 shifts that can change everything. Number 1, stop calling stress normal. One of the biggest reasons people feel tired all the time is that they have normalized chronic stress. They think pressure is productivity, they think anxiety is ambition, they think tension is success. Look around. Many people live with racing thoughts, clenched jaws, shallow breathing, overstimulation, and constant urgency. They answer messages while eating, they check emails in bed, they panic when they sit still. Then they wonder why they feel exhausted. Your nervous system does not care about your job title or your followers. It responds to a threat. If your body experiences every day as a threat, it will burn energy trying to protect you. Stoic wisdom teaches that peace begins when you separate what is in your control from what is not. Most people waste energy wrestling with things they cannot command. Other people's moods, market shifts, social media trends, and whether everyone likes them. Here is the truth. Every time you obsess over what you cannot control, you spend life force on nothing. Begin asking yourself daily, what is mine to handle today? What is not mine? Then act on what is yours and release what is not. That simple discipline can save more energy than another cup of coffee ever will. Number 2, protect your energy like a valuable asset. Many people protect money better than they protect energy. They budget finances but give their attention away freely. Think about it. One draining conversation can ruin your focus for hours. One toxic relationship can disturb your sleep for months. One workplace built on fear can quietly erode your nervous system. Machiavellian strategy, when used wisely, teaches discernment, not paranoia. Discernment. It means learning to read patterns, not promises. Some people only arrive when they need something. Some environments reward chaos. Some circles survive by gossip and insecurity. If you keep offering your energy to people who consume but never replenish, fatigue becomes predictable. You need boundaries that are calm, not dramatic. You do not need to argue with everyone. You do not need to explain every no. You do not need to stay available to prove goodness. Consider this. Your phone vibrates all day. Messages arrive non-stop. Algorithms compete for your attention, and people expect instant access. If you are always reachable, you are never fully restored. Create sacred spaces in your day where no one can reach you. Even 1 hour of protected attention can feel like medicine. Your energy is a resource. Treat it that way. Number 3, heal the hidden weight you carry. Sometimes fatigue is not physical first, it is emotional first. You may be carrying disappointment, grief, resentment, betrayal, loneliness, regret, or years of pretending to be fine. Emotional weight becomes bodily weight. Look at this. Someone smiles in meetings, performs competently, helps everyone, says, "I'm good," then crashes alone at night. The body keeps the score of what the mouth refuses to say. Modern psychology shows that suppressed emotion consumes energy. Constant self-monitoring consumes energy. Performing a false self consumes energy. Many people are tired because they are acting all day. Ask yourself honestly, where am I forcing strength? Where am I swallowing truth? Where am I staying where I no longer belong? Healing often begins with honesty, not solutions. You may need to grieve the relationship that changed. You may need to admit the career no longer fits. You may need to face the loneliness you hide from by scrolling. You may need to forgive yourself for surviving in imperfect ways. Notice this. Tears can be exhausting, but repression is more exhausting. When emotion moves, energy returns. Number 4, train your body to feel safe again. Many people try to think their way out of exhaustion while their body remains in alarm mode. You can repeat positive thoughts all day, but if your nervous system is stuck in survival, fatigue stays close. Stress changes chemistry, sleep, digestion, focus, hormones, patience, and motivation. That is why some people rest all weekend and still feel tired on Monday morning. Their body never truly left defense mode. The answer is not only mindset, it is a regulation. Here is the truth. Calm is a skill. Slow breathing for 5 minutes, walking without your phone, morning sunlight on your eyes, stretching tension out of your shoulders, eating meals without multitasking, turning screens off earlier, speaking kindly to yourself when stressed. These seem simple because they are simple, But simple does not mean weak. Repetition changes biology. Look at athletes. Look at musicians. Look at disciplined people. Mastery is rarely glamorous. It is built through consistent fundamentals. Your body needs proof that life is not always an emergency. Give it proof daily. Number 5, remove the leaks in your daily life. Some people are not tired because of one big problem. They are tired because of 100 small leaks. A cluttered room, late night doom scrolling, unread bills, notifications every minute, skipping meals, constant comparison, saying yes when you mean no, working without breaks, buying things to soothe emotions, living reactively. Each leak seems small. Together, they drain you. Stoic discipline teaches that disorder outside often reflects disorder inside. When you create structure, you reduce friction. Choose 3 leaks and close them this week. Maybe charge your phone outside the bedroom. Maybe unsubscribe from useless noise. Maybe automate bills. Maybe clean your workspace. Maybe stop checking messages first thing in the morning. Maybe stop chasing people who reply when convenient. You see it today. People lose hours to the attention economy and then blame themselves for lacking energy. No. Energy was stolen in fragments. When you remove the leaks, power returns quietly. Number 6. Build strength through rhythms, not motivation. Many people wait to feel motivated before they take care of themselves. That is why care becomes inconsistent. Motivation is emotional weather. Rhythms are architecture. If you only rest when burned out, exercise when inspired, reflect when broken, and set boundaries when angry, life becomes unstable. Build repeatable rhythms. Wake at a similar time. Move your body most days. Eat enough nourishing food. Take pauses before collapse. Journal when confused. Review your week. Protect sleep. Keep promises to yourself. Think about it. Confidence is not built by hype. Confidence is built when you trust your own patterns. Every time you say, "I will do this," and then do it, identity changes. You become someone reliable to yourself. That inner trust creates energy because self-betrayal is exhausting. Modern life glorifies chaos. Strong people often choose rhythm. Number 7, create a life that gives back to you. Sometimes the deepest reason for tiredness is this: your life only takes from you. Your work takes, your obligations take, your family needs to take, the internet takes, bills take, expectations take. But what gives back? This is a serious question. What restores you beyond distraction? What reminds you of who you are? What makes time feel meaningful? What relationships nourish instead of deplete? What work uses your strengths instead of crushing them? Look around. Many people are loyal to lifestyles that are harming them. They stay in careers that deaden them because change is scary. They remain in relationships built on crumbs. They keep identities built for survival, not truth. Strategic wisdom says, do not confuse familiarity with destiny. You can redesign slowly, maybe not overnight, but gradually. Learn a new skill in the age of AI. Save money quietly for freedom. Build a side path before leaving a dead path. Choose deeper friendships over wider networks. Spend less to need less. Trade image for peace. Trade approval for authenticity. A life that gives back creates renewable energy. That is the goal, not endless hustle, sustainable aliveness. There is something important you need to remember. You are not tired because you are broken. You may be tired because you have been carrying too much, ignoring too much, tolerating too much, and giving too much in a world that often rewards self-neglect. But you are not trapped there. You survived every hard season that shaped you. You became wiser through disappointments. You learned from betrayal. You embraced solitude when noise failed you. You rebuilt yourself before, and you can rebuild again. Start small, but start honestly. Protect one boundary, close one leak, tell one truth, keep one promise, rest without guilt, move with intention, choose what strengthens you. Energy returns when life becomes aligned, and when it does, you will realize something powerful. You did not need a new personality. You needed a new relationship with yourself. Walk forward with clarity. Walk forward with discipline. Walk forward, healed enough to begin and strong enough to continue. Your future does not belong to exhaustion. It belongs to the person you become now. Have you ever noticed that most people are not afraid of the future itself? They are afraid of meeting it unprepared. Before we begin, here are the 7 tips we will use today to help you plan your life without fear of the future. 1. Control what you can, release what you cannot. 2. Build identity before building plans. 3. Use fear as information, not authority. 4. Think in seasons, not forever. 5. Prepare quietly, move strategically. 6. Train your mind to handle loss and change. 7. Create a future that needs less approval. If you truly understand these 7 principles, your future will no longer feel like a threat and will instead feel like a territory you can walk into with strength. Most people are not scared of the future itself. They are scared of what the future might take from them. Money, love, status, health, comfort. They fear being left behind while others move ahead. They fear waking up one day and realizing they wasted years living someone else's life. But here is the truth. The future has always been uncertain. Always. Even for the richest person, the smartest person, the most connected person. Nobody owns tomorrow. So if uncertainty is normal, then fear of uncertainty is what must be trained, not worshipped. You have already survived things you once thought would destroy you. You survived heartbreak, rejection, confusion, loneliness, betrayal, pressure, failure, embarrassment, and nights where your mind was your enemy. Yet here you are, breathing, thinking, listening, stronger than the version of you that went through it. So why do you keep acting like the future is bigger than you? It is not. The future is just another place where your strength will be tested, and you have passed tests before. Let us begin. 1. Control what you can, release what you cannot. This is where Stoic wisdom begins. You cannot control inflation, you cannot control elections, you cannot control whether people misunderstand you, you cannot control if someone leaves, you cannot control random bad timing, but you can control your discipline. You can control how much you save. You can control the skills you learn. You can control how you respond to pressure. You can control your habits. Many people waste years stressing about things outside their hands. That is like trying to steer the wind instead of adjusting your sail. Look at this. One man spends every day complaining that jobs are scarce. Another man in the same city spends 6 months learning AI tools, digital sales, communication, or coding. One complains about the market, one adapts to the market. Same world, different future. Ask yourself daily, what is in my hands today? Then do that. Peace comes when you stop trying to control the sky and start controlling your steps. 2. Build identity before building plans. Most people make plans with a weak identity. They say, I want a business, but they still think like a procrastinator. They say, I want peace, but they still chase chaos. They say, I want wealth, but they spend to impress broke people. Your future grows from identity, not wishes. Before planning your next 5 years, ask, who am I becoming? Are you becoming disciplined, reliable, calm, strategic, focused, honest, strong alone? Because if your identity is unstable, your plans will collapse under pressure. Think about it. 2 people can have the same goal, but the one with stronger character wins. Talent may open a door, but identity decides whether you stay inside. This is where your new life begins. You embraced solitude. Good. Solitude is where masks fall off. It is where you hear your own voice again. Many fear being alone because silence exposes what noise was hiding, but you entered silence and survived. That means you are ready to rebuild. Say this clearly. I am no longer planning from fear. I am planning from strength. That changes everything. 3. Use fear as information, not authority. Fear is not always the enemy. Sometimes fear is a signal. Fear says, you need savings, you need skills, you need healthier habits, you need to stop depending on one person, you need to stop wasting time. Good. Listen to the message, but do not let fear become your king. Too many people obey fear like a dictator. Fear says, don't start, don't apply, don't move, don't love again, don't trust yourself, don't take the chance. No, fear can advise, but fear does not lead. Machiavellian wisdom teaches strategy over emotion. This means you do not panic because you feel fear. You study it. You ask, what is useful here? What is illusion here? Think about it. You fear losing your job. Panic would be emotional spending, complaining, freezing. Strategy would be updating your CV, networking quietly, learning a side skill, reducing useless expenses. Same fear, different response. Use fear as a flashlight, not handcuffs. 4. Think in seasons, not forever. One reason people fear the future is because they imagine the next 30 years at once. That is too heavy. You do not need to solve your whole life this month. Life moves in seasons. There is a season to learn, a season to earn, a season to heal, a season to rebuild, a season to lead, a season to rest, a season to start over. Right now, maybe your season is recovery. Maybe your season is skill building. Maybe your season is discipline. Stop comparing your season to someone else's harvest. Look at this. Social media makes people feel late. You see someone buying a house at 28, marrying at 31, traveling monthly, launching companies. But you do not know their debt, pain, support system, or reality. Your life is not late, it is unfolding differently. Instead of asking, where should I be in 10 years, ask, what season am I in now, and what does this season require? That question brings clarity. 5. Prepare quietly, move strategically. Not every plan needs an announcement. Many people speak too early. They tell everyone their goals, then receive doubt, jealousy, pressure, and noise. Soon the seed dies before it roots. Sometimes silence is power. Work in private, build in private, learn in private, save in private. Machiavellian thinking reminds us that visibility attracts interference. Not everyone deserves access to your unfinished chapter. Think about it. One woman keeps posting big things coming every month. Another woman quietly studies after work, saves money, builds clients online, and launches 6 months later with results. Noise looks active. Silence often wins. This does not mean being fake. It means being wise. Your future needs less talking and more structure. Have systems, monthly budget, skill learning schedule, health routine, emergency savings, clear goals, quiet discipline. The tree grows underground before anyone sees leaves. 6. Train your mind to handle loss and change. Fear of the future often means fear of loss. What if I lose money? What if they leave? What if I fail? What if I get older? What if life changes? It will. Things change. People leave. Markets shift. Bodies age. Trends die. Plans break. This is not pessimism. This is reality. Stoics practiced imagining loss not to become sad, but to become steady. If you mentally accept that change can happen, you stop living shocked by life. You become resilient. Look at this. Someone builds identity only around a relationship. When it ends, they collapse. Another builds identity around character, purpose, health, faith, and skill. When heartbreak comes, they grieve, but they do not disappear. Train yourself to say, if this changes, I will adapt. If this leaves, I will rebuild. If this fails, I will learn. If this hurts, I will heal. That mindset removes fear because your power is no longer tied to outcomes. 7. Create a future that needs less approval. Many people fear the future because their future depends on applause. They want a life others approve of, parents approve, friends approve, society approves, exes regret losing them, strangers admire them. This creates prison. When your path depends on approval, you become easy to manipulate. Freedom begins when you build a future that makes sense to you. Maybe your dream is simple peace, not fame. Maybe your dream is remote work, not titles. Maybe your dream is land, family, quiet mornings, and financial stability. Maybe your dream is healing and depth, not popularity. Good. Own it. Think about it. Some of the happiest people are not the loudest online. They are often invisible to the crowd, but deeply fulfilled in private. Your life becomes lighter when you stop performing. This matches your philosophy now. You overcame pain, embraced solitude, and formed a new mindset. That means you no longer need the crowd to confirm your worth. You know who you are, and once you know who you are, planning becomes easier because you stop planning for image and start planning for truth. Final message. The future is not asking you to predict everything. It is asking you to become someone who can face anything. That is different. You do not need certainty. You need courage. You do not need perfect timing. You need movement. You do not need everyone's support. You need inner alignment. Some of the strongest people alive are not fearless. They simply decided fear would not choose for them anymore. So from today, control what you can. Build identity first. Use fear wisely. Think in seasons. Move quietly. Train for change. Need less approval. And remember this. You already walked through storms that old you thought were impossible. The version of you listening now is evidence that pain did not finish you. So stop bowing to a future that has not happened. Stand up, plan your life, walk forward, And if the road changes, change with it. Because the future does not belong to the least afraid, it belongs to the most prepared. Have you ever noticed that the world does not need to destroy your future? It only needs to keep distracting you long enough to delay it. Before we begin, today we are going to walk through 7 powerful shifts that will help you focus better in a world built to pull your mind in every direction. Number 1, protect your mind before the world reaches it. Number 2, remove friction, not just motivation. Number 3, train deep work in small sessions. Number 4, learn to be bored again. Number 5, guard your energy like wealth. Number 6, move quietly and stop announcing everything. Number 7, build an identity that focuses naturally. If you truly understand these 7 principles, your life will begin to change in ways most distracted people never experience. You are not weak because you struggle to focus. You are living inside systems designed to interrupt you. Notifications compete for your mind. Platforms profit from your hesitation. Algorithms study your impulses better than many people study themselves. Every scroll, every click, every distraction is part of an economy built around stealing your presence. So if you feel mentally scattered, understand this clearly. The battle is real. But here is the good news. You can become stronger than the environment around you. You can train your mind to become calm inside noise, disciplined inside temptation, and clear inside confusion. Many people wait for life to become quieter before they focus. That day never comes. Power begins when you learn to create internal order while the world remains chaotic. This is how people rebuild themselves. This is how you become dangerous in the best way. Calm, strategic, and impossible to manipulate. Let us begin. Number 1, protect your mind before the world reaches it. The first hour of your day often decides the emotional direction of the next 12. If you wake up and immediately open your phone, you are allowing strangers, trends, headlines, and noise to enter your mind before your own thoughts do. That is not a neutral act. That is surrender. Look at this. Many people wake up tired, then instantly check messages, social media, breaking news, and random content. Before they even stand up, they have absorbed comparison, urgency, conflict, and distraction. Then they wonder why they feel anxious and unfocused by 9 a.m. Your mind in the morning is fertile ground. What enters early grows all day. Instead of reaching for the world first, reach for yourself first. Sit in silence. Write your priorities. Stretch your body. Drink water. Read something timeless. Ask one question. What matters today? Stoic wisdom teaches that control begins with what you allow in. Machiavellian strategy teaches the person who controls access to control outcomes. So control access to your attention. If you win the morning, you weaken the distraction before it starts. Think about it. 2 people wake up at the same hour. One enters chaos immediately. The other enters clarity first. By midday, one is reacting to life and the other is directing it. That is the power of the first hour. Protecting the morning is not a small habit, it is a strategic move. When you choose your own thoughts before the world chooses them for you, you begin the day with authority. Number 2, remove friction, not just motivation. Most people think focus is about feeling inspired. It is not. Motivation is unreliable. Systems are stronger. Think about it. If your phone sits beside you while you work, if 10 tabs are open, if the television is on, If your workspace is chaotic, then you are asking discipline to fight unnecessary battles. Even strong people lose wars they never needed to fight. Focus improves when the path becomes easier. Put the phone in another room, close unnecessary tabs, keep one notebook nearby, clear your desk. Decide the task before you begin. Reduce choices. Here is the truth. People overestimate willpower and underestimate environment. Look around. Someone says they want to save money, but shopping apps send daily alerts. Someone says they want to get fit, but junk food fills the kitchen. Someone says they want peace, but they keep texting the person who keeps damaging them. Desire without structure creates frustration. You do not need to become superhuman. You need to become strategic. Remove friction from the right habits and add friction to the wrong ones. Make distraction inconvenient. Make focus easy. A wise person does not rely on moods. They build systems that help them win on good days and bad days. They know energy changes, emotions change, but structure remains strong. When your environment supports discipline, progress feels lighter. Number 3, train deep work in small sessions. Many people fail because they try to go from chaos to 4 hours of perfect concentration. That is like someone who never exercises trying to run a marathon on day 1. Focus is a muscle. It grows through repetition. Start with 25 minutes of full concentration. One task. No switching, no checking, no pretending to work while half scrolling. Just presence. Then rest briefly and repeat. Notice this. When you first do this, discomfort appears quickly. Your hand wants the phone. Your mind wants novelty. You feel restless. Good. That discomfort is evidence that training has begun. You see it today. People can binge content for hours but cannot sit with one meaningful task for 30 minutes. That is not because they are incapable, it is because they have been trained in fragmentation. Use short, focused sessions daily. Reading, building a business, learning AI tools, writing applications, studying for exams, creating content. Small sessions done consistently become massive outcomes. Transformation is rarely dramatic in the moment. It is a quiet repetition. A stronger mind is built in ordinary minutes. No one applauds. Look at this. 1 hour a day of focused effort becomes 7 hours a week. 7 hours a week becomes months of progress. Most people underestimate what steady work can do because they are addicted to dramatic starts and quick results. The calm person who returns daily often defeats the talented person who depends on mood. Number 4, learn to be bored again. Modern people fear boredom more than they admit. The second silence appears, they reach for stimulation. But boredom is not your enemy. It is the doorway to depth. Consider this. Every time you stand in line, wait for transport, sit alone, or pause between tasks, you instantly check your phone. Those tiny moments used to belong to reflection. Now, they belong to consumption. When boredom disappears, thinking disappears with it. Some of your best ideas need space. Healing needs space. Clarity needs space. Emotional truth often rises when the noise leaves. Look at this. Someone says they do not know what they want in life, but they never sit long enough in silence to hear themselves. Someone says they feel lost, but every empty moment gets filled with content. Someone says they need answers, but they are drowning the voice that could answer. Practice doing nothing for short moments. Walk without audio sometimes. Sit without scrolling. Drive without constant stimulation. Let the mind wander. Let unresolved thoughts surface. Stoics valued stillness because they knew reaction weakens judgment. In silence, you become less controlled by impulse. In boredom, hidden intelligence returns. Many people run from boredom because they mistake it for emptiness, but often it is the space where wisdom begins. Number 5. Guard your energy like wealth. Focus is not only mental, it is energetic. If your body is exhausted, emotions are heavy, and your nervous system is overloaded, concentration becomes harder. Here is the truth. Many people are not lazy. They are drained. Look around. Poor sleep, endless comparison, job stress, financial pressure, relationship tension, digital overload, processed food, lack of movement. Then they ask why their minds feel foggy. You cannot hate yourself into productivity. Protect sleep. Move your body. Eat better where you can. Hydrate. Take sunlight. Breathe deeply. Reduce unnecessary conflict. Limit the people who constantly bring chaos. Think about it. If someone stole money from you daily, you would notice. But people let environments steal emotional energy every day and call it normal. Machiavellian strategy reminds us to value resources. Energy is a resource. Time is a resource. Attention is a resource. Spend them where returns are highest. The strongest version of you is not just disciplined, it is well managed. Look at this. Some people protect everyone else but neglect themselves. Then they wonder why nothing meaningful gets done. A drained mind struggles to build. A steady mind can create much more with less force. Number 6. Move quietly and stop announcing everything. One hidden enemy of focus is performance. Many people talk about goals more than they work on them. They announce plans, seek validation, post intentions, and receive praise before results exist. Then motivation drops. Notice this. The ego loves being seen trying almost as much as actually succeeding. Look at this. Someone says they are starting a business and tells everyone. Someone says they are changing their body and posts daily declarations. Someone says they are healing and turns growth into theater. Then, when the hard, lonely middle arrives, they disappear. Move quietly. Work in private. Build skills silently. Improve without needing witnesses. Let the results speak later. There is power in secrecy. Seeds grow underground first. Rebirth often happens unseen. The world respects visible success, but visible success is usually built through invisible seasons. If betrayal taught you anything, let it teach this. Not everyone deserves access to your next chapter. Focus becomes easier when your energy is aimed at progress, not presentation. The person who talks less often moves faster. The person who seeks less approval often builds more freedom. Silence protects momentum. Number 7. Build an identity that focuses naturally. The deepest level of change is identity. If you keep saying, "I am distracted," "I never finish anything," "I have no discipline," your mind obeys that script. Change the language. Say, "I am becoming someone who finishes what I start. I am training my attention. I protect what matters. I do hard things calmly." This is not fake positivity. It is a psychological direction. Think about it. A person who identifies as healthy chooses differently from someone trying random diets. A person who identifies as strong responds differently to rejection. A person who identifies as disciplined handles temptation differently. Identity shapes behavior faster than goals do. You have already survived pain. You have overcome things that once looked impossible. You have endured loneliness, confusion, setbacks, disappointment, maybe betrayal. That means you are not fragile. You are evidence of resilience. So build from that truth. Fresh you, stronger you, clearer you. Every focused action becomes proof of who you are becoming. Every distraction you resist becomes identity reinforcement. Every quiet promise kept to yourself rebuilds self-respect. And once self-respect returns, momentum follows. The world will continue to compete for your mind. Notifications will keep buzzing, trends will keep shifting, people will keep wasting years in noise. But you do not have to join them. You can become the person who thinks clearly while others panic, the person who works steadily while others are busy, the person who creates while others consume, the person who rebuilds while others complain. Remember this final truth: your future is shaped less by your intelligence and more by what you consistently give your attention to. Guard it like treasure, train it like a weapon. Use it like a gift, and walk forward as someone no longer available for distraction. Have you ever noticed that the people who demand the most from you are often the ones who respect you the least? Before we begin, here are the 7 tips we will use today to help you reclaim your peace, protect your energy, and become someone people can no longer casually drain. Number 1. Understand that guilt is not always truth. Number 2. Learn to say no without explaining everything. Number 3. Stop rewarding disrespect with access. Number 4. Protect your time like wealth. Number 5. Use calm consistency instead of emotional drama. Number 6. Accept that some people only loved your lack of boundaries. Number 7. Build an identity that does not need approval. If you truly understand these principles, your relationships, your confidence, and your future will begin to change immediately. Many people think boundaries are aggression. They think boundaries are selfishness. They think boundaries mean conflict. But the truth is simpler than that. Boundaries are clarity. Boundaries are self-respect. Boundaries are the line between a life you control and a life controlled by everyone else. You already know what it feels like to be too available, to answer messages while tired, to help people who disappear when you need them, to keep saying yes while your mind quietly says no. You know the exhaustion of being kind without being protected, but now you are different. You have suffered enough confusion. You have learned enough through pain. You are no longer here to be liked at the cost of your peace. Let us begin. Number 1. Understand that guilt is not always truth. One of the greatest traps in modern life is believing every emotion must be obeyed. If you feel guilty, you assume you are wrong. If you feel uncomfortable, you assume you must fix something. But emotions are signals, not commands. Stoic wisdom teaches that feelings can arise without being facts. You may feel guilty simply because you changed an old pattern. You may feel guilty because someone benefited from your weakness and now they are losing access. Look at this. When you start going to the gym after years of neglect, your body feels discomfort. That discomfort does not mean the workout is wrong. It means growth is happening. The same is true with boundaries. Think about it. If you have always been the one who says yes, then saying no will feel strange at first. That guilt is often just unfamiliarity wearing a mask. Machiavelli understood that people resist changes that reduce their advantage. The moment you stop overgiving, some people will act offended, not because you harmed them, but because you interrupted their convenience. So when guilt appears, ask yourself one question. Did I do something wrong? Or did I simply disappoint someone who expected too much? That question alone can free you. Number 2, learn to say no without explaining everything. Weak boundaries often come with long speeches. Strong boundaries come with short sentences. You do not need to write an essay every time you decline something. You do not need to become a lawyer defending your own time. Excessive explaining usually comes from fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of being seen as difficult. Here is the truth. People who respect you do not need endless explanations. People who manipulate you will use every explanation as an opening. Notice this. You say, "I can't come because I'm tired." They reply, "You can rest later." You say, "I need to focus on work." They reply, "It will only take 1 hour." Every reason becomes a door they try to push open. Instead, practice calm language. "No, I'm not available. That doesn't work for me. I won't be able to do that. I've decided differently." Simple, clean, final. Stoicism teaches economy of words. Speak what is necessary. Machiavellian strategy teaches that too much information gives away leverage. Say less, mean more. The more comfortable you become with simple refusal, the more powerful your presence becomes. Number 3, stop rewarding disrespect with access. Many people complain about being mistreated while continuing to give unlimited access to those mistreating them. Attention is currency. Time is currency. Emotional energy is currency. If someone repeatedly disrespects you and still receives your presence, they learn a dangerous lesson. They can mistreat you without consequence. Consider this. Someone constantly cancels plans with you but expects instant replies when they need help. Someone insults you jokingly, then asks favors. Someone betrays trust, then wants normal treatment the next day. What happens when you keep allowing it? You train them. Boundaries are not speeches. Boundaries are consequences. If someone lies often, trust changes. If someone drains you often, access changes. If someone disrespects you often, closeness changes. You do not need revenge. You need adjustment. Machiavelli understood that people often learn more from changed incentives than emotional appeals. Stoicism adds another layer. Do not rage, simply act according to reason. You do not need to announce punishment, just become less available. That silent shift is powerful. Number 4, protect your time like wealth. Many people guard money better than time, even though time is more valuable. Money can return. Time does not. Look around. People waste hours in gossip, pointless arguments, doom scrolling, fake networking, and obligations they never wanted. Then they say, life moves too fast. Your boundaries around time shape your destiny. If you cannot protect 2 focused hours, how will you build the business? If you cannot protect your evenings, how will you recover mentally? If you cannot protect weekends sometimes, how will you think clearly? Think about it. The modern world profits from your distraction. Social media wants your attention. Some workplaces want unpaid emotional labor. Some people want your constant availability because it comforts them. But your future requires something different. It requires intentional use of time. Start saying, I'm unavailable during those hours. I'm focusing on priorities this week. I don't take calls unexpectedly. I need advance notice. This is not arrogance. This is architecture. Stoics valued the wise use of life because wasted time is wasted existence. Protecting time is protecting identity. You are becoming someone with direction. Direction requires boundaries. Number 5, use calm consistency instead of emotional drama. Many people try to set boundaries only when they are already angry. That is why it turns into conflict. They stay silent for months, then explode, then feel guilty, then retreat. Then the cycle repeats. Real power is calm consistency. Instead of shouting after the 10th offense, speak after the first pattern. Instead of emotional speeches, use measured repetition. For example, I'm not available for last-minute demands. I don't continue conversations when I'm being insulted. If plans keep changing, I'll step back. Then follow through quietly. Notice this. Emotional people can be ignored. Consistent people become respected. Machiavellian strategy values predictability in action. People learn quickly when your standards are steady. Stoicism teaches mastery over reaction. Do not let others pull you into chaos. You see it today. In workplaces, the person who calmly maintains standards is often valued more than the person who constantly reacts. In relationships, the person who knows their limits attracts more respect than the person who begs to be treated well. Drama entertains people. Consistency trains them. Choose consistency. Number 6, accept that some people only loved your lack of boundaries. This truth can hurt, but it can also liberate you. Not everyone loved you. Some loved your usefulness. Some loved your availability. Some loved your silence. Some loved how easy you were to control. The moment you change, they call you selfish, cold, different, difficult. Yes, different. Because the old version of you was easier to use. Look at this. When you stop lending money carelessly, certain people disappear. When you stop answering every late-night crisis, some friendships fade. When you stop tolerating disrespect in dating, many options vanish. Good. Loss is not always failure. Sometimes it is filtration. Stoicism teaches detachment from what was never stable. Machiavelli teaches discernment. Understand motives, not just words. Do not be shocked when boundaries reveal people. Here is the truth. Boundaries do not destroy healthy relationships. They expose unhealthy ones. And that exposure is a gift, because now you can stop investing in illusions. Number 7, build an identity that does not need approval. At the deepest level, boundary problems are often identity problems. If you need everyone to like you, boundaries feel dangerous. If you need to be seen as nice, boundaries feel rude. If you fear being alone, boundaries feel risky. So the real work is internal. Become someone whose self-worth is not rented from public opinion. You have already survived rejection. You have already survived loneliness. You have already survived betrayal. Why are you still afraid of disappointing people who do not carry your future? Think about it. Many powerful changes begin with temporary misunderstanding. The person building a business disappoints people who wanted their free time. The person healing emotionally disappoints people who preferred their weakness. The person leveling up disappoints those attached to the old version. That is normal. Create a stronger identity. I am respectful, but not available to abuse. I am kind, but not easy to exploit. I am generous, but not careless. I am loving, but not boundaryless. I am calm, but not weak. This is transformation. You are not becoming cruel. You are becoming clear. You are not becoming distant. You are becoming selective. You are not becoming heartless. You are becoming structured. And structure creates freedom. Final message. The next chapter of your life will not be built by pleasing everyone. It will be built by protecting what matters: your peace, your time, your standards, your mind. Some people will misunderstand you. Let them. Some doors will close. Let them. Some versions of you must die so a stronger one can walk forward. You have already endured the chaos of living without boundaries. Now experience the strength of living with them. Move calmly, speak clearly, decide firmly, protect quietly. And from this day forward, let guilt belong to those who demanded too much, not to you. Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop needing people, stop chasing approval, and stop depending on their attention, they suddenly start treating you like you matter? Before we begin, here are the 7 powerful shifts that will help you master emotional detachment, protect your mind, and move through life with strength instead of desperation. Number 1, stop reacting to everything. Number 2, detach from validation. Number 3, read behavior, ignore performance. Number 4, make boundaries final. Number 5, turn pain into power. Number 6, build a life no one can control. Number 7, care without surrendering yourself. Understand these principles deeply, and your peace, confidence, leverage, and future can change faster than most people imagine. Most people are emotionally trapped and do not know it. Their mood depends on messages, attention, praise, approval, likes, relationships, and how others behave. They wake up controlled by outside forces, then wonder why they feel weak, anxious, angry, or lost. They call it stress. Often it is dependence. Modern life rewards emotional chaos. People are baited into outrage, comparison, insecurity, jealousy, and endless reaction. Many are alive physically, but mentally owned by other people's opinions. They hand strangers power every day. You do not have to live like that. You can become centered, sharp, respected, and free. You can feel deeply without being manipulated. You can love without losing yourself. You can care without collapsing. You can become the kind of person who cannot be easily shaken. Let us begin. Number 1, stop reacting to everything. If someone can control your reactions, they can control your life. That is the truth many people sense, but far too few have the courage to fully face. Somebody ignores your message and your peace disappears. Somebody criticizes you and your whole day changes. Somebody acts cold and now you are anxious. Somebody provokes you and you explode. This is not emotional freedom. This is emotional slavery. Detachment begins when you stop reacting on command. Look at this. A rude co-worker throws passive-aggressive comments. Most people become defensive instantly. They argue, explain, or obsess. The disciplined person observes calmly. They do not donate energy to nonsense. They respond only if useful. That calmness is power. Silence is often stronger than emotional noise. Not every insult deserves your anger. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every disrespect deserves immediate engagement. Sometimes people provoke you because reaction is the reward. They want proof they matter enough to move you. Do not give cheap people expensive emotions. Pause before replying. Pause before arguing. Pause before explaining yourself. pause before defending your character to people committed